Flashback, November 3rd, 2016. It's 11 p.m. and I'm sitting in my room, and like a dumbass, I haven't started downloading Infinite Warfare. Everyone's been off Xbox for over an hour now, and it's just me and one of my buddies waiting for the game to download. The internet in my parents' house, where I spent my whole life growing up and playing video games in, is shit. And as a result, my download's going about half a megabyte a second. I finally give up and say fuck it, and go to bed before the game is done downloading, because I'm an adult and I have a career to go to in the morning. So what do I choose to do? I choose to do what every college student does when they've stayed up too late doing fucking nothing all night instead of doing their homework. I say to myself, I'll wake up real early and do it. And I struggle to get to sleep because I'm laying in bed thinking about how good Modern Warfare Remastered is going to be first thing in the morning. Even though it'd be a miracle if I got to play it for more than fucking 20 minutes at this point. Suddenly, my alarm goes off, and I'm fucking wide awake as if I never even went to sleep. And just like a little kid on Christmas morning, I get my 26-year-old self up out of my bed and into my chair and get the fucking controller in my hand. Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, 100% downloaded. I spin it up and mash the A button through all the opening scenes, and then I hear that beautiful song. Oh, and goddamn, when I heard it, it sent a chill down my spine. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare is back in all of its former glory, and this is going to be the best year on Call of Duty that I've had in the better part of a decade, right? Well, not exactly, because when I first started playing this game, I thought it was going to be a revolution for the Call of Duty series, a revival, something that's not catered towards the younger crowd, something that'll make me feel not like a pedophile playing Call of Duty at age 26. Maybe something that has the chance to erase the stigma of, I play Call of Duty still. And unfortunately, at the time, I was blissfully unaware at how doomed and destined this game was to become one of the greatest failures in modern gaming. And for the first 6 months or so, everything is great. I'm having an awesome time playing this game. I barely touched Infinite Warfare because I was having so much fun on MWR. We were having constant weekend events, and Mr. Wendell was actually tweeting and talking to the community like it's his job to do, telling us what's being added to the game and when. And it seems like the line of communication is wide open and everything is great. Slowly but surely, more Call of Duty games are getting added to the backward compatibility list, and none of them are in the Modern Warfare series. So that really starts hyping people up and getting people saying, wait a second, what if Modern Warfare Remastered doesn't mean Call of Duty 4 Remastered, but Modern Warfare as an entire universe and a saga? When things started leaking on Reddit about new attachments coming to the game that were only found in Modern Warfare 2, people went nuts. And suddenly people, including myself, started to believe exactly what we wanted to believe. This is it. Call of Duty is going to do something special and different, and they're going to change their business model. And alongside with coming out with a game every year, they're going to be constantly updating this game, and it's going to be the new CSGO or the new Overwatch or the new any other game that stands alone and receives constant updates that has a great fan base and a good following and people are having a blast playing and the player count never dips. And finally, Call of Duty can restore its legacy and we don't have to feel bad about playing it anymore. Wouldn't it have just been amazing if any of this had even a shred of a chance of being true? Just imagine, just about everybody's favorite series out of COD, which is the Modern Warfare series, all rolled up into one game. We'd have nice populated playlists and would no longer have to worry about the diluted player count that comes along with a yearly release model. Something that brings the hype back to COD. Something that brings the old players back to COD. Something that can maybe, just maybe, have the chance of getting all your buddies back on and you just having good old times like you did back in the day, right? And the hard-working developers that care so much about Call of Duty in our community would be constantly adding weapons, skins, new maps, and anything else in between to keep the game constantly fresh. Just like they did with the Christmas event, the St. Patrick's event, and the summer event. These were great fucking ideas that made me so happy to play the game again. Just having a different version of the maps is enough alone to make people hyped. Christmas Crash just made me feel like a little kid all over again. It was amazing. But as time went on, it became slowly but surely apparent of exactly why they made this game in the first place. The game is a cash grab for Call of Duty 4 and all its fans' love for it. And this is something that anybody with half a brain knew all the way from the beginning, but we chose to ignore because we didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to fucking believe this. But after the game got released on its own, and all the hype behind it died, I, along with many others, had to get out of denial and face reality of what was actually happening. You know, I get it. business is business, and you maximize profit and sales no matter what, okay? Activision, publicly traded company, we get it. But goddamn, if I couldn't name so many better ways that they could have handled this game. And ironically, if they had done some of the things that I said before, they could have turned this game into a long-term investment and create more revenue and more profits in the future, for years to come. But they didn't. They fucking didn't. Instead, what they did was take the love that all of us hardcore Call of Duty fans have in our hearts for this game, and dangle something shiny and pretty right in front of our faces. And they said to us, look, if you buy our new game, you'll get this with it. And we all knew it was a ploy from the start, but we did it anyway because we wanted this game so badly. A 1-year lifespan and a couple of lame-ass events is all COD 4 is worth, apparently. Suddenly, the weekend playlist began to disappear. Amos Hodge, the studio director at Raven Software, who said himself that he wanted to live up to David Vonderhaar, slowly but surely stopped tweeting, and went AFK for the rest of the year starting in about August. And then, next time we finally hear from him, what does he tweet about? A fucking snowblower. Are you kidding me? This guy is a joke. The fact that he even said something as insane as that he wanted to live up to David Vonderhaar is just pathetic. Now, it's easy to say something and be all talk, no action, but when I say this, I truly mean it. As hard as it's gonna be, I don't think I can buy another Call of Duty remaster, if it ever happens. Look what they did to COD 4, man. Look at it. They had a total disregard for its legacy. They took the game, they got into our heads and our hearts, and they chewed it up and spat it out like a piece of fucking garbage. There's not 1 ounce of dignity, regard, or any type of respect left for this game on the developers' half. They took every single piece of integrity this game could have had left and stomped on it. And in the process, they laughed at dumb motherfuckers like me and you who went and bought the game because they played us like a fucking fiddle. We trusted them, and now we have nothing left except an HD remake of a 10-year-old game with no content, no support, and a dwindling player base. There's a screenshot going around of Robert Bowling, the former Infinity Ward community manager, and he said that he thinks that there's gonna be an MW2 remaster. And the first thing that makes me think of is not how awesome MW2 is or how much fun people are gonna have. The first thing I think of is there's gonna be people dumb enough to buy it, and I am not gonna be one of them. Are you?